Hey everyone, Alan Bauer here in Bay City, Michigan, and got Nadijda, my cat, Siamese cat, in the background here. She's sitting in the window taking in the views, so she's going to be in this video with me. So what I wanted to talk to today to you about was smoking cessation, or quitting smoking, and how CBDA can actually help with that. Now, I was always like Mr. Anti-Smoker my whole life growing up, but when I started contracting and I worked, after I got out of the Marine Corps and then worked over in Iraq and Afghanistan, I worked as a counterintelligence agent there, and part of our job was to go around and talk to the locals, and everybody over there smokes. So I started smoking too. I thought, okay, well, to bond with the locals and get information and stuff, I'd smoke. And so I ended up smoking for a few years. I smoked about 5 years over there. And I'll tell you what, when I left, I thought, yeah, I'll just quit, And I was addicted to the nicotine, and it was just crazy. I could not put it down. I was hooked on this stuff. So I went through, some different things. Like one of the things that I took, a lot of times they prescribe this. Went through a smoking cessation class because I wanted to quit. Because I mean, you could feel this crap in your lungs, and you're hacking out. You got that smoker's cough in the morning, and it's just not good for you. It's not good for your health. And but when you're in working in combat zones, a lot of times, you're more worried about people trying to kill you every day than you are the long term effects of the cigarettes. So you kind of don't think about that until you come back. So one of the things I took was this Wellbutrin. It's a prescription medication, and they use it for antidepressant. They also use it for smoking cessation. So I used that, and the interesting thing about it, it actually what it does, it blocks it. Let me see here. So it has the SSRI, the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It blocks those. So when you smoke, I mean, the cigarette tastes like crap when you smoke. I mean, so you just get to the point where you don't want to use it anymore. Um, so the problem was, though, when I went off that, um, when I went off the Wellbutrin, because Wellbutrin has some side effects too. I mean, you get some crazy dreams at night, and you read the thing, it could increase suicidal thoughts and all this other stuff. I mean, it's got a lot of negatives to it. So ended up getting off cigarettes like back in 2012, but I've always still had that craving even when I came back. So when I did that, I switched over to vaping, like nicotine vape and things like that. Then when we had CBD vapes come out, I switched to the CBD, and it works. But I don't think vaping is like a real healthy alternative either. It's probably safer than smoking regular cigarettes, and that's debatable, but we don't know the long terms of vaping. So I wanted to get off everything. So when I got onto the CBDA, I noticed like I no longer had any craving for nicotine. It just like killed that nicotine craving after a few months. And what it does, I'm going to read it right here. So CBDA inhibits 5-HT receptors, and serotonin release is relatively similar to how an antidepressant works, which is as a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or SSRI. So the CBDA works like that Wellbutrin, or bupropion hydrochloride, the technical term for it. So it's that SSRI, and it really takes away those cravings. So now I can't even stand the smell of cigarettes. Like if I smell somebody, that's smoking or something like that, it's just very repulsive to me. And that's not a hit on anybody. It's just that's a good thing for me because I never want to go back to that. Now, the other thing about it too, I've noticed it knocks out a lot of cravings, like even alcohol. And I've never been a big drinker or anything, but I don't even like to drink alcohol anymore. In fact, I quit that back in September. Um, it knocks all those cravings out. And I'm thinking, why do I want to do alcohol when I have the CBDA? And I just feel like very, mood stable, everything on the CBDA. So I'm not into the nicotine. I'm not into alcohol anymore. And there may be some people that still, continue to do it on it. You have to make an effort also, but I really do recommend the CBDA product for that. And what brought this up? There was one of the women in one of our groups. She had posted about that, and I saw nobody was posting to it. And then I thought, I said, well, it's been a few years, and I didn't actually use the CBDA to get off it at the time. But like I said, I've always had those cravings. Well, this knocked those cravings out. So I said, told her the story, and I said, if this happened today, what I would do now, I would use the CBDA, our Super 1000 from CTFO that's enriched with the CBDA. I do half a milliliter once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and I continue to do that. And I said, the other thing you may want to do, because if you're like me and you go off cigarettes, one of the things, you have that oral fixation. You want to have something in your mouth all the time, like the cigarette before. Now you want to have food in your mouth. So the other thing I recommend is our keto creamers, which knocks out the appetite. So I drink that with a coffee. If you're a coffee drinker, that would be a good way to go with the keto creamer, or even the extreme shake. And you can lose some weight while you're doing it too. Because I know the biggest problem a lot of people have, they quit smoking and then boom, man, you start pile driving the food, and all of a sudden you put some weight on. I mean, it's great that you got rid of that, but you're used to having that. So another healthy alternative, not that this knocks it out, but it does cut the appetite, would be the keto creamer and the extreme shake that we sell also. So I just wanted to put that out there for anybody that's struggling with nicotine or any other addiction out there. I've read studies on this. I'm not making medical claims or anything, but if you got any kind of addiction to nicotine, alcohol, opioids, CBDA would be the way to take a look at it. It's worth checking into. So I just want to put that video out there. So bye from me and bye from Nadisha. Good job, Kitty. Did a very good job on the video. Yep, time to go now, Kitty. Bye.